Euthanasia in Canada.
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia is a very important matter that must be discussed. Euthanasia can be defined as the painless killing of a patient suffering from a terminal illness or a reversible coma, or the deliberate killing of someone by action or omission with or without that person's consent, for what are claimed to be compassionate reasons. Most everyone may know what euthanasia is, but not everyone knows that there are three different types. There's voluntary euthanasia, which is the most known, assisted suicide or mercy killing. There's also involuntary euthanasia, where the patient is not asked or informed on the operation. And lastly, the non-voluntary euthanasia, which is the treatment when the treatment is performed against the patient's will. As stated in the Euthanasia on-demand source by one of the patients,
just kill me now, please.
Also as followed on the Euthanasia on-demand legal in Quebec source from the previous video, euthanasia is illegal in Canada, so the Quebec government got around the federal legalization by declaring that Bill 52 was a form of health care, end-of-life care. No one should be fooled by this deception, since euthanasia had been legalized in the province of Quebec. Legislators are trying to broaden the end-of-life law from terminal illnesses to also mental illnesses and children. The end-of-life law, an act that supported the end-of-life care that was passed on June 5, 2014 and finalized by June 10, 2014. The federal enactment amended provisions of the Canadian Criminal Code came into effect on June 17, 2016, which means that changes were made in the Criminal Code to allow euthanasia to happen. As stated in that article, people are euthanized who are not terminally ill, but may be depressed. The legalization has talked about extending assisted killing to children, unquote. Euthanasia on-demand legal, the legalization of euthanasia. Liberty is supposed to be blind, right? Then why is euthanasia legal in Quebec? This treatment goes against the criminal code and also against many religions. It is seen as unconstitutional in Canada, yet it was also passed into a law. The effects of euthanasia, quote, the downward slope, unquote, of legalization is on the verge of broadening euthanasia to more varieties and diseases, which will create a butterfly effect, and people who are at high risk of dying will be in a higher risk of being euthanized against their will. There are charities to help prevent euthanasia. It is called the Euthanasia Prevention Coalition. They are trying to get justice in the courtroom to end euthanasia once and for all. The Euthanasia Prevention Coalition needs you to take action. You and anyone else can take action by buying their Deception DVD for $30 or 10 Deception DVDs for $200. They also accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and Citibank for any donations. Any and every donation will help the cause. As said in the document, Last Rights in Canada, the legislation is now extended to children, and euthanasia is often administered to people who have never even requested it. The Planning Death document about euthanasia quotes, providing advanced care planning is a slippery slope. There are clearly two different standpoints about euthanasia. There's a standpoint when somebody is suffering. As said on the on-demand legal, this is no way to live. I want to die. Let me die. And the other standpoint is that it is suicide, and it's against many religions, and it's not ethical.